The spirits work in mysterious ways when it comes to me. You know, I have a lot of favor with the spirits. Yesterday, I placed a curse on Cenat, and not even maybe 2 hours after, we have Cenat releasing bizarre statements on his Instagram. The guy looks different. The guy looks defeated. Something's off about this guy, Cenat. He's not the same anymore. What it was my spirit spun the block. I gave the word, they spun the block. They pulled out the Draco, and it went, young. And what do we have now? What are the results now? Cenat will not come back. Why? Because of mental health. Well, that's just very fucking convenient, isn't it, Cenat? That's very convenient. See, I can't come back because my mental health ain't good right now. My mental health is bad. You see what I mean when I say these guys are all frauds? Do you see why I placed a curse on these people? What is there not to be happy about, Cenat? Let me know. What, you making $40 million last year? That wasn't enough? And let's not forget what this nigga did during Mafia-thon 3. Let's just not forget. Cenat placed a countdown clock. And whenever somebody gave a gifted sub, there would be time added onto the clock. But it was under the threat. Guys, if the countdown goes down to 0, I'm sorry, I'm letting you guys know now. Give gifted subs, because if it goes down to 0, we're going to end the 30-day subathon. We're going to end the live stream, and it's over. This whole thing is over. Keep in mind, folks, he's doing this to children. These poor children that put all their faith into Cenat. Because they think, Cenat's one of the good guys. Look at him. He looks like a little kid. He looks like he's 14. He's one of the good guys. And what does a guy like Cenat do with the trust that children gave him? The trust, the innocent trust that children gave to him because they think he's one of the good guys. Well, he grabs them behind the neck spiritually. He says, go to your mom's purse, you little fuck twerp. Get her fucking credit card, put it into Twitch, and give me 5 gifted subs. Or I'm going to cut you off completely. You understand that little twerp? And these poor children, they just want to watch Cenat, their favorite streamer. You could imagine, the financial situation with most Americans in this country. Everybody's broke. Nobody got no money. I was reading a comment somewhere. I got to find the comment. And a kid was complaining. He's a big fan of Cenat. He loves Cenat. And he goes on to say, we ate Jesus last night because we can't afford any food. But that has stopped me from giving 5 gifted subs to Cenat from my mom's purse. Children that are going hungry in this country. And they're eating Cheez-Its. And we have a multi-millionaire, Cenat, forcing these poor children to donate money. And you would think a guy like Cenat, who grew up with roaches and rats all over his apartment. Remember, we've seen the videos with roaches and rats all over his roach and rat-infested apartment. Completely ghetto, completely disgusting. But you would think a guy like Cenat would understand these poor children who have no food at home. They're eating Cheez-Its for dinner. You would think this guy would understand. What do they got instead, these kids? Go to your fucking mom's purse, you little twerp, and give me $5 fucking dollar. But we don't have any money. Tell your mom to hit the block. And tell her to do what you gotta do for my 5 get the subs. This is disgusting behavior by Cenat. And this is why he's going crazy. Cenat has crazy eyes now. Cenat is releasing bizarre videos, ranting and raving about his mental health. This thing got done crazy. Why? Well, it's estimated that Cenat made from $14 to $20 million in the last Mafia-thon 3. $14 to $20 million. This is all the while Americans are going hungry. Americans are starving. Americans are scratching and clawing, using credit cards to pay off all their debt. Their children are stealing their credit cards, putting it into Twitch to give Cenat 5 gifted subs. And it's eating away at him because he know what he did was wrong. This greedy ass nigga was already rich, but no, he needs $14 to $20 million more. $1 million a month is not enough for Cenat. No, we need $14 to $20 million this month, nigga. Let's run it up this month. On the backs of poor people. What does that say? If you watch Cenat, your mom's a hoe. If you watch Cenat, you are a hoe. You're Cenat's hoe. Cenat's pimping you out. Every 2 minutes, where my $5, nigga? Where my $5, nigga? You want me in the street, my $5, nigga? Where it at, nigga? And the poor American children are frantically, Mom, where the credit card? Mom, where's the credit card? Just to illustrate what Cenat did, I would imagine that a lot of children out there took the last $5 that their mom had, to string up one meal for that night. With $5 you could buy a can of beans and a can of chicken. And they decided to take those steal those $5 and probably give it to Cenat for gifted subs. Why? Well, Cenat needs to buy his girlfriend a new G-Wagon. That's what she asked for Christmas, by the way. She wants a new G-Wagon with red guts inside with red interior. Talking about $200,000 vehicle here. Off the money of poor American children. This is what this guy Cenat did. And this good-for-nothing swindler Cenat has the balls to come in and talking about his mental health. What about our mental health, nigga? So you took all that money, gave us Mafiathon 3, which was the biggest plate of ass. Across the board, everybody says Mafiathon 3 was the biggest plate of ass we've ever seen. It was trash. The fans are not happy with their product. Mafiathon 3's ass. Kai Cenat's only going down from here. It's already over. Kai Cenat knows it's only downhill from here. I mean, he gave us Mafiathon 3. I mean, he pulled out all the salsa from Mafiathon 3. And people are saying, that shit was ass. Sorry, Kai Cenat tried his darnest. He tried his best. This is going to be the biggest Mafiathon 3. It's going to be the biggest Mafiathon we've ever seen. Pulled out all the stops, a lot of celebrities. Everybody was like, that shit was ass. Sorry. So after Mafiathon, after all the criticism he received for having given a trash-ass Mafiathon, Kai Cenat is at home, sitting at home. How am I going to scam all of my subscribers next year? What plan can I come up with to take money from poor American children next year? Let's see. Oh, and let's not forget all the super predators that Kai Cenat has spawned out of himself out there into the world, all these other streamers. A band of super predators. We have one guy who has some allegations against him. This poor innocent girl is given some horrible allegations about this guy named Talil, one of Kai Cenat's best friends. Horrible things were said. And then we look back and we find videos of this guy Talil on Instagram Live forcing a female to insert a Hennessy bottle up her vaginal canal. Disgusting. This guy's a super predator. What about that other guy named Desi, whatever his name is? Scaring all the white folks at the Streamer Awards. This guy was talking about knocking one of the hosts' teeth out. By the way, a Chinese woman. He was going around backstage at the Streamer Awards talking about knocking her teeth out. How is she going to suck D with no teeth? People are saying this is what they heard backstage. Kai Cenat's best friend, by the way. Or how can we forget about Rakai? Let's not forget about Rakai. Just the other day, Rakai goes into a supermarket. A poor innocent mother of 3 who's probably struggling with her bills. I mean, you can see the poor lady. She looked broke as hell. You can see this poor innocent lady look broke as hell. And, she's probably maxed out her credit card to buy something because the kids gotta eat, don't they? Think about the churn. The churn gotta eat. So it doesn't matter if I gotta max out my credit card because the kids gotta eat. And this poor, innocent, unassuming woman is exiting the store with maxed out credit cards. And here comes Rakai with a set of flowers. Rakai, the super predator, hands over a set of flowers, and the woman's probably thinking, oh my God, you just made my day. I just maxed out my credit card because I'm broke, but you just gave me these flowers, made my day. Stolen property. It was stolen fucking merchandise off the store. Now she's probably going to have to face a federal case. Because this guy handed over stolen property. This is what Kai Cenat has done to the world, by the way. And this nigga has the balls to be in his fucking mega mansion while pushing around a G-Wagon, iced out rollies, eating Wagyu steaks, having sex, watching Naruto. Kai Cenat right now, while we're speaking, while we're all struggling about to go to work, Kai Cenat is having sex. Who else do you know is having sex? Kai Cenat is having sex in his mega mansion with his girlfriend. And then they're going to go to the dealership later on because they're bored to buy a new G-Wagon. And he's watching Naruto and all sorts of anime. Think about the last time you had sex. Never happened, has it? Of course not. You're untalented, you're fat, ugly, and poor. How could you have sex? Impossible. But Kai Cenat is having sex. And Kai Cenat, even after all of that, he wants to talk about his mental health. Get the fuck out of here. You know what, Kai Cenat? The spirits are going to spin the block again today. You thought it was bad yesterday? They're going to come around again with the Draco. Young, 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 young.